What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Oketra, god of all kitty cats, god of all meows, play against a Scarab god. Cool. Alright, I didn't play against a Scarab god in a while. I was going to get Oketra popped up. God of all catnip, that was the last thing I was going to say. As far as opening hand goes, yeah, this is not too bad. We do have Skull Clamp, Strom's Expertise, Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah, we're going to keep on this one. Should be a nice little interesting match. I don't know if as far as power level of Oketra and the Scarab god goes, but hey, the kitty cat god's not scared of anything. There we go. Make them nice little even over there. Let's go ahead and get the planes down. Let's go for Skull Clamp. Anything else for 1, for 0? Nothing. We're going to go and pass the turn. We're playing Oketra the True, god of all kitty cats. She has Double Strike, Indestructible, can't attack or block unless you control at least 3 other creatures. Then for 4 mana, create a 1/1 white warrior creature token. Let's go and get the planes down. Let's go for Stoneforge Mystic. Sounds pretty good. We'll see what we're going to search for on this equipment card. May end up, yes, we're going to use that ability. What sounds good? Sword, I think. Protection from black and green. Protection from red and blue. Let's go for Sword of Feast and Famine. Protection from black. I think that sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, let's go for that. So, Sword of Feast and Famine. Anything else? Now we're going to go and pass the turn. Playing against the Scarab god. God of all the undead. At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses X life and you scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control. Then for 4 mana, exile target creature card from a graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. Then whenever the Scarab god dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. Our opponent does get a Opponent does get a Gravecrawler out there. We're online for Banisher Priest if we want to keep Gravecrawler off the battlefield, or we can simply just what are we going to do on this one? We can Skull Clamp on Stoneforge Mystic to kind of cash in a little bit of card draw and still go for the activation. I think I like that. Let's go and put the Skull Clamp on there. That way, if they do want to swing in, I'm okay with that. Let's go put it at a 2/1. We can trade on that. And then worst comes to worst, we can just use that activation to put the Sword of Feast and Famine on the battlefield. Kind of like that. Maybe we can cash in 2 card draw. I think on this one, the key to this one is we want to keep the Scarab god. Don't really have a lot of targets for the Scarab god in our graveyard. Now, if we do chunk block with Stoneforge Mystic, unfortunately, they can search up some sort of piece of equipment. Maybe they might have like the Illusioner's Bracers in there. That might be something they can search up off the Stoneforge Mystic. So we'll see exactly what they want to go for. But at least if they're swinging it, yeah, I think at this point I'm okay with the card draw. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, we'll go and chunk block. And then before we go to combat damage, let's go for the activation. Let's put the Sword of Feast and Famine on the battlefield. That way we're good to go for next turn. Get the 2 card draw. Oh, yes, beautiful. Brave the Elements and Nick. Oh, that's actually a pretty good draw if we can get Devotion going. Okay, so let's go and get the planes down. Expedition map. Actually, get that down. Crack for 2 mana, Ancient Tomb. We could Metallic Mimic to get that off the battlefield. Let's go ahead and get down the... Let's get the planes down. We Strom's Expertise into Expedition map. Or we could Strom's Expertise into Fiend Hunter to get rid of a creature off the battlefield, something like Banisher Priest. But do we really need to keep Metallic Mimic off the battlefield that bad? Yeah, let's go Strom's Expertise. I like that. Let's go Strom's Expertise. Get those servo tokens on the battlefield. That way we can get Oketra going. And then let's go ahead and let's get the... Yeah, if this is going to be zombies, I think I'm okay with Banisher Priest on this one. Actually, I do like that. Let's go for Banisher Priest. Then we can get down to Oketra next turn. Take care of the Metallic Mimic. I like that. Just because I was thinking, like, my Scarab God deck is really more of a utility graveyard style deck, and Scarab God is just so good with the zombies on the battlefield, and especially if they start really getting those +1 counters on there. It might be kind of hard for us to do anything with that, so I'm kind of okay with just kind of taking a lot of their zombie utility pieces, and then we can just kind of start going beat sticks with Sword of Feast and Famine on our tokens over there. Alright, Ancient Den. Let's go ahead and actually let's get Shrine down on this one. If we get down to Oketra, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's get the Shrine down. Let's go for the Sword of Feast and Famine. Let's put it on the Banisher Priest. We'll have protection from black and green. Let's see if they have any sort of Hero's Downfall in response to that. Okay, not the end of the world. I get Metallic Mimic back on that one. And Sword of Feast and Famine, do we want to put it on there and get that servo? We'll have to discard a card, which will put them online for the Scarab God on one of our servo tokens. We'll get to untap our lands. I think I do like this. Put on one of the servo tokens. Equip it on there. That way if it dies, it's going to go into the graveyard. We get the expedition map down. Let's go and swing in for, that'll be 5 coming across. I'm okay with this interact. Yeah, I'll swing in for 5. Worst comes to worst, if they don't block, we'll get in for 5, puts them down to 25, and we'll have that nice little untap trigger. They'll have to discard a card, untap our lands. Oh, yeah. And then do we want to go for Fiend Hunter? If we get down Oketra, we're at 25. Keep Metallic. Yeah, let's get Oketra down. I like that. We'll get Oketra down. It'll be 1, 2. And our devotion's really not that good right now. So 1, 2, 3. And we'll have just enough creatures on the battlefield. If we wanted to Skull Clamp on one of those to draw 2 cards, we could. Do we want to do that on one of our servo tokens? Yeah, let's go and do that. Because worst comes to worst, we can get down Fiend Hunter next turn, and then we'll still be online for the Oketra going across on that. All right, ooh, drawn to White Sun Zenith. Okay, anything else? Now we're going to go and pass the turn. All right, we're in a good little spot. Our opponent's only sitting at 4 mana, so unfortunately they're really not in a good position for the Scarab God right now. Hopefully they hit their 5th land drop, they can get that down. If they do go for the Scarab God, we do have Fiend Hunter to get that on the battlefield. All right, opponent's going for a Fleshbag Marauder. It is A-okay with us at this point. We'll go and get rid of one of the servo tokens. At this point right now, since we do have White Sun Zenith, if we can get a little bit more devotion on the battlefield, that'll kind of open us up to get some nice little stuff going as far as the cat tokens go, and then we can get hopefully kind of outrace the zombies. And we do have Brave the Elements in the hand too. White creatures you control gain protection. We get into spots where we can go Brave the Elements for black to kind of push past a lot of our opponent's creatures over there. I should see that Prize Amalgam coming out too at the end of the graveyard. I mean at the end of the turn, out of the graveyard. There we go. Got that one a little mixed up. All right. Drawn to Gauntlet of Power. Alright. So let's go ahead and get the planes down. We're only sitting at Devotion 1. So we tap out. This can be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That'll set us up really big next turn. Or if we simply just go for Fiend Hunter on the Prized Amalgam. It's going to take care of the Fiend Hunter, add Devotion for 2. How do we want to sequence this? And we did make that land drop for the turn off the plains. So Fiend Hunter and Prize Amalgam, they swing it for 7, puts us down there. They go for the Scarab God next turn. Yeah, I kind of like holding on to Fiend Hunter for the Scarab God, just to make sure we don't get that activation going. So let's go ahead and go Gauntlet of Power. And that'll put us cracking the Expedition map too. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go Gauntlet of Power. We're going to get some nice... We'll choose white on this one. Definitely going to choose white. 4/6, can't attack or block. Anything else... So we can go and swing in with the servo token to untap all of our lands, actually. Yeah, let's go and do that. I think I like that. And then we can still put the Skull Clamp on there. If they chump block, actually no. Let's hold on. We can use that for the Expedition. Yeah, let's go and swing in with the servo token. Swing it in. They'll have to discard a card, then we'll... Okay, they're going to block with the Metallic Mimic. That's fine. Either way, we can still use the Expedition map off that plains to crack on whatever we want. Then anything else, now we're going to go and pass the turn. So, we do have Brave the Elements we can leave up. Then at the end of the turn, we have Expedition map to kind of search up another plains. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's going to be about 6 cat tokens, give or take, on the battlefield, which will really kind of help us get some stuff going. All right, opponent does get down the Scarab God. Awesome. So that's going to put us online for Fiend Hunter next turn. I'll definitely go for that. Looks like they've had a little bit of mana problems getting their Scorpion God on their, the Scarab God on the battlefield. So if we can send it back to the command zone, then maybe we can kind of get them delayed a little bit and get a little bit of an advantage, getting some nice little cat tokens on the battlefield. Okay, drawn to another plains. Oh dang it, I forgot to go for the Expedition map. Sorry about that. Let's go and get the plains down, and let's go and go for that Fiend Hunter. I do like that. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Get Fiend Hunter down. Let's go and exile the Scarab God. And we're at 1, 2, 3 total devotion. Exile that one. Yes, we're going to use that ability. It goes back to the command zone. And then let's go ahead and, if we tap out for this, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Devotion 1, 2, 3 for 2. Go to 10, that's going to be 6 tokens on the battlefield that are turned on Oketra. Do we want to go for that just yet? Oh, okay, opponent scoops it up. We're about to go for White Sun Zenith, so I'll probably go ahead and post this one up because we're about to go for White Sun Zenith, or we were going to go for the Sword of Feast and Famine on the Oketra. I think that's what we were going to do. Yeah, let's kind of break it down. So, we had Sword of Feast and Famine. We're about to put 2 mana on that. That'll put us down at 6. Put it on Oketra. We're going to swing in for that nice little double strike indestructible. So, there have been a couple triggers in response to that swinging in, which will allow us to get some nice little White Sun Zenith mana. And then we could have kind of sequenced it to where we just got at least one more creature on the battlefield with that White Sun Zenith. And then we also had the Brave the Elements swinging across too. So, I'll go and chalk this one up as a nice little kitty cat win. You know, our opponent could have gotten a little bit more down, but since they were kind of mana screwed a little bit, yeah, I'll go and chalk this one up as a kitty cat win. Sometimes, gotta get wins like this sometimes. So, alright everybody, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks, bye. What's up everybody? Welcome to some Oketra, Box Breaker, God of all kitty cats, God of catnip. God of I'm gonna knock your glass of water over when you're not looking, all of the above. As far as opening hand goes, we have Plains, Rogue's Passage, Sword. Yeah, we'll keep on this one. We don't really have a creature for Sword, but yeah, I kinda like this opening hand. We'll keep on this one. Let's get the graveyard popped up. There we go. We are playing Oketra, the True. She has Double Strike, Indestructible. Oketra can't attack or block unless you control at least 3 other creatures. Then for 4 mana, create a 1/1 White Warrior creature token with Vigilance. That should be a cat token. Major flavor fail. That really bothers me. That's the only thing I don't like about Oketra. She does not make cat tokens. I feel like that should be cat tokens. Let's go ahead. Enters the battlefield tapped. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that down. We'll get that down. Lead off with that. Anything else? We're going to go and pass the turn. Playing against Krond the Dawn-Clad. Flying Vigilance, whenever Krond attacks, if it's enchanted, exile target permanent. I don't know. I always like playing against Krond. It's got the triple green, triple white mana cost. I don't know. It's always a lot of fun. Always a lot of setting up, so that's always enjoy doing that. Drawn to Mirror Battlesphere. Let's go and get the Plains down. Do we want to go for Sword, or do we want to go for Enlightened Tutor? Search the lobby for an artifact card. Since we don't really have any creatures on the battlefield, let's go ahead and go Enlightened Tutor on our opponent's turn. We'll be able to search up. We do have Ancient Den. I think that's the white artifact land that we can search that up if we want to. If not, we'll be able to kind of search up one of our artifact pieces, get that down, get down Oketra. Then, worst comes to worst, we could go for, just start going for the activations of the creatures on the battlefield. Yavimaya Granger. Enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, tap, shuffle your library. Sure, go for it. But yeah, we are going to go for Enlightened Tutor. We'll see exactly what we want to search off Enlightened Tutor. We can't go for Artifact Ramp, or since we can grab an enchantment, we might end up going for Anointed Procession, because if we start going for those activations, then we can really get some nice little warrior tokens on the battlefield. Let's go for Enlightened Tutor. See exactly what we're going to put on top of it we can draw into. We do have 4 lands. Okay, so Ancient Den, Anointed Procession. I think on this one, it's going to be 4. If we go for Worn Power Stone, I think I like that. That'll kind of slowly work towards Mirror Battlesphere. Or if we go for Thran Dynamo, yeah, let's go Thran Dynamo. I like that. Let's get Thran Dynamo on top. We'll make the land drop, and we get down the Sword, and then we can tap out for Thran Dynamo, get down Oketra, and then we can slowly start making those tokens. I like that. Alright, so let's draw into that Thran Dynamo. Let's go and get the Plains down. Let's go for Sword. And then anything else. Now we're going to go and pass the turn. So next turn we're going to be able to get down Rogue's Passage, go for Thran Dynamo. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have 7 total mana, which will put us in the range of Mirror Battlesphere. So we can actually get down Oketra and get down Mirror Battlesphere, and then be able to start swinging in from there. Cover both the commanders. Yeah, we're good. We can talk about whatever. But yes, I've been really enjoying playing Oketra. She reminds me of what's the best way to describe it? Search your library for a land card, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle your library. Okay. Oketra is kind of like it's a nice little like Toyota Camry. Like, she's really reliable. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Like, she's not overpowered, but she's just a lot of fun and very reliable to play. And if you're thinking about building Oketra, if you want to build a mono white deck, go for it. Oketra's a lot of fun. And there's really kind of a lot of ways you can go with Oketra too. If you want to go heavy tokens, or if you just want to go Voltron, which is really cool. Drawn to Forbidding Watchtower, a new addition to the deck. Let's go ahead and get down the Rogue's Passage, and yeah, let's go and go for Thran Dynamo. I like that. Get that down, and then anything else for 3 mana. Nothing we can really go for. No, we're just going to pass the turn. So we're going to have 7 mana next turn unless we draw into another sort of Plains. We'll get down the Forbidding Watchtower and then kind of go from there. I did make a few changes to the deck. I did add Mutavault to the deck. I did add Forbidding Watchtower. And kind of one of the main things that we did add to the deck was just adding more creatures to the deck that we can activate. So we have Forbidding Watchtower for 2 mana. It turns into a 1/5 White Soldier. until end of turn. It's still in land. Ooh, brutal. All right, you got it. Return to dust on those, and they're going to be able to swing with a nice little 4/4 body. It's not the end of the world. We still have the Forbidding Watchtower to get down. It just kind of sets us back on Mirror Battlesphere. At least we can still get down Oketra. And then once we get on Mirror Battlesphere, that'll be a nice little ball of yarn for Oketra to play with. Let's go ahead and get down the Forbidding Watchtower. Let's go for Oketra the True. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll actually be one away from Mirror Battlesphere getting that down, which will be online for Oketra, and then we can kind of go from there. Now, Oketra does have Indestructible. Yep, it does have Indestructible, so we do have Day of Judgment in the hand, destroy all creatures. So if they get something else out there, let's say they do finally get Krond on the battlefield, and it's not enchanted, we can go for the Day of Judgment to kind of keep them off the battlefield. And they will be able to go for the Rancor if they want to, but it's going to set them back just a little bit on mana. So we'll see if we can't get out from underneath this. If it attacks, exile target permanent. Okay, swinging it for 4. It's going to put us down to 22. And then let's see what we draw into. Draw into Gather the Townsfolk. Okay, let's go and get the planes down. Now, if we want to swing it with Oketra, we could go for that. We go Gather the Townsfolk, activate the Forbidding Watchtower. And I think on this one, if we simply just go for Day of Judgment, kind of just reset everything, I think that sounds pretty good. Yeah, let's go Day of Judgment. Let's go for that. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Destroy all creatures. Looking to destroy the giant. It's going to send Krond back to the command zone, and then Rancor is going to go back to their hand, unfortunately, which will be a nice option for them to keep Krond online. And then we can still go and go for it. Enough mana for Gather the Townsfolk. Okay. And that'll put us in a spot next turn to where we can start swinging with Oketra. We can't swing in now because there's only 4 creatures on our side of the battlefield, but at least we're going to be able to activate the Forbidding Watchtower and kind of go from there. But yeah, that's some of the new cards that I did add to the deck, Forbidding Watchtower and Mutavault. And the purpose they serve in this deck is just for situations like this where we don't have that 4th creature and we need some stuff to kind of dump our mana into. Alright, so they do have Krond on the battlefield, they do have Rancor in the hand, so they're going to be able to get the Rancor on Krond and exile target permanent since it's enchanted. We do have Brave the Elements in the hand, so choose a color, white creature you control, gain protection of the chosen color until end of turn. So at least we're going to be able to go for Brave the Elements to kind of give us at least one more turn protection from Krond. Outside of that, we're going to really need to kind of get some stuff going to make sure that we can survive coming across. But right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully we get the land drop. Do we hit it? Gift of Estates. I think that's okay. If your opponent controls more lands, yeah, that sounds good. Let's go ahead and go for that. Let's go for Gift of Estates. And then we'll still have enough mana to activate the Oketra. Search up 3 planes on this one. Just click on any of them. Doesn't really matter. There we go. Let's get one of the planes down. And let's go ahead and turn it into a soldier. That way it's going to turn Oketra online. We can start swinging in. And we're not going to swing in with the human tokens. We're just going to run into Krond, and he'll just kind of run them over. Let's go and swing with Oketra. Since she does have Double Strike, that actually take care of Krond, if that's what they're going to go for. But at least we'll be able to get him for 6 commander damage, more than likely. And then next turn we'll be able to go Mirror Battlesphere and hopefully kind of get some nice damage in where we can. Anything else? Now we're going to go and pass the turn. Alright, so now do you have a Mara, the Sky Rune, the land out here, enters the battlefield tapped. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 7 or more planes, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. We don't have any creatures right now in our graveyard, 7 or more planes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 total planes, 5, 6. So if we draw into 1 more planes, we'll be online for the activation, not the activation, but the upkeep trigger on that. Okay. They're going to be swinging it for 8. Now, outside of like kind of playing around the Krond exile permanent clause, what we do need to watch out for is actual commander damage, because we're looking at about a 3-turn clock. So I'm going to go Brave the Elements. We'll go and choose white on this one. Alright, so we're going to protection from white. It's going to should be get rid of the exile clause. Alright, yep, going to protect it on that one. So next turn, we get down Mirror Battlesphere. We're going to be able to swing in. Whenever it attacks, you may tap X mirrors and get that plus X bonus. Swinging in for 8 is going to put us down to 14. Outside of that, we'll see what we actually want to kind of search up. Something that would help us is if we can draw into maybe another board wipe or some sort of something to do with Krond. Draw cards equal to the power of Souls Match. Alright, get it, man. Get after it. Okay. Going to draw that card. They go up to 11, so they only have 2 mana right now to utilize it. So we'll see exactly what their payoff card for this one is. See if we can survive Krond coming across. I think that's the fun thing about Krond is it has that triple color mana in there. And once they get it online, it's just like imagine Krond just flying through there and just like pointing his sword and just exiling stuff as he flies by, just being real mischievous. I don't know. I like that mental image. Okay, so we have the protection from white. It's going to phase out, not phase out, but just end at the end of this turn. See what we draw into. Draw into another plane. Let's go and get the planes down. Let's go for Mirrored Battlesphere. And then tap for one more. There we go. Alright, get on Mirrored Battlesphere. It's going to enter the battlefield as a 4/7. We're also getting some nice little mirror tokens on the battlefield. So, and they're at 24. Let's go ahead and we'll swing in with Oketra, because it's still just an 8/6 at this point right now. So Oketra will still be able to kind of take care of it. Alright, swing in for 3/6. And then if it goes through, it's going to be 6 total commander damage. Okay. Than anything else. We'll see what we're going to draw into. Now we do have Rogue's Passage on actual Mirrored Battlesphere, and let's go and pass the turn and see what they're going to choose for as far as the Krond actual trigger on this one. Alright, so next turn we do have Rogue's Passage. If we want to go for Mirrored Battlesphere, we can tap down some of the other mirrors and give it deals X damage to defending player. So they're sitting at 18. We tap 4, that's going to be 4 up top, puts them down to 14, and then 8 coming across is going to put them down to 6 or 7 once they gain that life. And then they also have the Krond that's going to have Vigilance, so at least it's going to be able to chunk block on the Mirrored Battlesphere, but at least we're going to be able to kind of deal that damage to defending player. Shielded by Faith, and enchanted creature is indestructible, and whenever creature enters the battlefield, you may attach it to that. Okay, that's fine. And they do have a nice little Enchantress card draw engine going, and at this point right now, Herald of the Pantheon. I'm trying to click. There we go. They do have Enchantress Presence out there, which every time they cast an enchantment, they're going to be able to draw a card. And they have a little Herald of the Pantheon that has Indestructible. So, unfortunately, Mirrored Battlesphere does not have Indestructible. So that's going to be a nice little chunk blocker for them. Or if we go for the Rogue's Passage, that'll give us enough to kind of push in the Mirrored Battlesphere. But on the back end, we're going to be dead to Krond swinging in the air, so we're going to have to watch out for that. See if we can't draw into something that helps us get out of this one. Alright, exile Oketra. Yeah, we're okay with that. Oketra goes back to the command zone. Not really much we can do in response to that. Alright, swinging for 8. It's going to put us down to 6, and that'll be a total of 16 total commander damage. Let's see what we draw into. And what is it? What is the magic card? Aura of Silence. Okay. At this point right now, so we swing in Mirrored Battlesphere, make it indestructible, swing it with all the other mirrors, but we're going to have to tap them down. Yeah, I think they're still going to get it on this one. Let's make sure. So we go Aura of Silence, crack on the Rancor, that's going to get rid of the Trample, it's still going to be enough commander damage. Then get rid of the Shielded by Faith, get rid of the Indestructible, which is not really going to do much. We tap those down. Rogue's Passage for 4. On the Mirrored Battlesphere. Yeah, they're going to have it on the back end. Good game. Definitely enjoyed it. And we're going to concede on this one. So, I may kind of throw this one over in the scrap bin. It was just, we tried, but Krond definitely got the Rancor online and kind of closed it out. So, if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.